Have you ever wanted to know how you can go from moving from scarcity into an abundant frame, an abundant reality? If you're like me and so many others, that's often a common theme. So, what's actually taking place here is something around energetics. So, there's an energy, meaning a resonance, whether you resonate with having abundance in your life or not. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. And also having a strategy to actually move into abundance. Because there's kind of like this dual dynamic. Like you probably heard of the book, The Secret. It's a lot of energy around like, how do I kind of just be the person that gravitates abundance towards me? I think there's actually something to that. There's value there, but there's also maybe a portion of that that's lacking from having maybe a realistic, like logical process to create an abundance. So I'm going to share both those things. If you and I have not met yet, my name is Troy Fontana, and I want to help you have an amazing, abundant life. Break through those stuck points, because life is a reality of setbacks, challenges, and adversity. And only you can learn how to gain tools and insights on how to navigate that. And I want to help you gather those tools. And so if you've not stopped by my website, troyfontana.co, make sure you do that. Hop on my newsletter list. I have some books that will help you out, some videos that will help you out. And very soon, I'm going to be having a brand new book that's really going to make a lot of noise and movement for some positive things. And I want you to get your hands on that first. So let's hop into this topic. The most important thing to think about with abundance, right, is someone shared this with me before. It's this idea or this concept of rather than punching at the wall, you learn to punch through the wall. That's abundance. What happens if you punch at the wall? You hurt your hand, don't you? Right? Punch at the wall, you hurt it. But if you punch through it, you blast through the wall. There's a momentum, there's an energy to it that actually gets you into abundance. And what you're really looking to do is you're looking to create your life, your reality from a place of abundance. When you're in scarcity, meaning when you don't have a lot, you have lack in your life, what happens? What do you get? You get what you can, right? You take what you can get. And so think about that like in a dating sense. If you don't have a lot of options, what do? You take what you can get. If it's a job or a career, you don't have a lot of options, what do? You take what you can get. And then you're living and you're choosing from a place of scarcity, a place of lack. But you don't want to create your reality from those places, do you? You want to create a reality from abundance. When you have abundance in your life, you have a lot of opportunity, and then you take what you really want. And so how do we do that? I look at through this lens of like three main areas. The three main areas that most people are looking at that you're probably feeling into yourself are the areas of health, wealth, and relationships. Like when you got those three things dialed, life feels pretty damn good, don't it? And so first, let's look at like, let's say relationships. Let's say you're looking to move into a relationship. You want to meet somebody. Again, if you don't have a lot of options, you're going to take what you can get. So you have to have a strategy to punch through the wall so it naturally puts you into a state of abundance. So you might say that like, well, someone who's got good looks, they're going to have a lot of options. Maybe, maybe not, right? Whether that's your reality or not doesn't matter. What the most important aspect of this is you learn to have a process in all three areas of life to create abundance. So let's say it is this relationship concept. Whether you have good looks or not, right? Let's create abundance. And so the way you would do that is you would set up a process to put you around options and opportunities to meet people. So as an example, you might want to engage in hobbies and activities, if you don't already, that put you in communities. And as an example, I go to yoga, right? Martial arts. I have friends that we go do like sports and activities with. These are all situations and environments that expose me to people. Now, the reality is, like, I find yoga kind of, everyone's in their own bubble, their own shell. Oftentimes, I kind of go in, I go out. So maybe not the best social environment, right? But that's not really necessarily what I need or I'm looking for, right? But it actually puts me in a situation where I'm around other people, right? And then maybe it's the gym, right? You go work at a gym. Well, there's a lot of people at the gym. So this is part of it. You're putting yourself in situations where you're having opportunities to meet people. You're moving towards abundance. But now let's increase the skill sets even further. So let's say you're at the gym, for example. Let's say you just get comfortable. And this is the key. Like you change like the dynamic within your mind. Just get comfortable approaching and having social conversations with people. So you might go up to somebody and say, hey, man, what's going on? Never met you before. Guys and girls alike. Hey, what's going on? Hey, nice shoes. I really like that. And so you're just creating this energy about you where you're connecting with other people. So now you've gone from like scarcity, no options at all. You join, let's say, a gym, or it's the yoga, or it's martial arts, whatever it is that you're doing. And then now you've added in the component of, I'm going to actually go talk to people. I'm going to connect with people. And you moved up a whole nother level, right? And then you increase that from there. So let's say maybe you're going to add into your routine, you're going to go out one day a week and you're going to socialize. Maybe it's just like completely sober. You're just going to literally go be social so that we don't have like a downward effect afterwards. And you're like, oh, I got to go like, I don't want to be hungover and cool. Like I go out and I don't drink, right? Go out completely sober, just introduce, socialize, connect. Now, again, you've got more abundance in your life. And so you're creating more options, right? Naturally. And you also want to make sure that you have a positive lifestyle, meaning you actually enjoy what you do. Because when you enjoy what you do, there's an infectious energy about you. So again, whether maybe like work isn't the greatest thing right now, but your hobbies become really cool, right? The things that you do on your free time really grab you. Your weekends are something that you look forward to. Do you see how this creates an energy? And you can call this an abundant energy. Then people naturally are drawn into being around that, right? And buddy, because this is like the real powerful part here too, is when you actually do meet someone, maybe it's someone you're really excited about meeting. Like, damn, this person's great. I really like them. I'm into this. If you have abundance in your life, you're not going to come off as clingy. And what I see is often people cast this net of neediness into the universe. And that's what you get back, is you get back scarcity. It's empty. But when your cup is full, that overfilleth, right? That's a biblical term actually, right? When your cup overfilleth or is full, then overfilleth onto people around you. That's what you're looking for. So you have this abundant energy about you, this abundant nature about you. And then, you meet someone and maybe they're in a scarce frame. You're going to sense their neediness. It's actually not going to be attractive to you. But you don't want to be that person, that guy or that gal. So you flip it, right? You're in abundance. And so when they come at you, you're like, I got a lot going on. Thursday, I'm open. That's actually attractive because you got things going on in your life. And so you see how I do that from that's a relationship standpoint. And then the same question would be how do you do that financially? Same thing, right? Whether it's a job you don't like and you want to switch careers, you want to transition, rather than just applying at a couple jobs, you spend a lot of time and effort and energy into your resume. You get referral letters. You make it like the best thing. So you're so proud of this thing. Like, damn, dude, like, I don't know, I had all this experience. Maybe you recraft the experience you had with unique ways, right? So think about maybe you were a technician of some sorts, but think about the problem solving skills, maybe the ways you had to think outside of the box. You add those layers into your resume. You do research on how to build an incredible resume. You get this awesome looking resume. And then instead of applying to 1, 2, 3 jobs, you apply to like 30 of them. And so then you have like 10 people knocking on your door to come work with you. Now you get to choose from a place of abundance. I mean, I'm not going to just take what I can get. I'm actually going to choose what I actually want. So that is the type of energy you're trying to move into. If it's a business, right? You don't contact 10 customers, you contact 50 customers. And then when you get responses, it gives you options and an ability to choose from abundance. Same thing with health. You get strategies, you get around people that are going to help you. You join the gym, you have like I mentioned, martial arts, yoga, the gym. Like when it comes to health, I got lots of options. I'm in abundance, right? So I'm always looking to create that type of energy so that I can choose from that place. So that's the key, is you punch through the wall, not at the wall. So you put yourself in a natural state of abundance. Okay, from there, all right, like that's a strategy. See how that's like an actual strategy to move in. That's what like The Secret maybe is missing, right? If you haven't heard of the book The Secret, look it up, look into it a little bit. I think there's some powerful concepts in there, but I always felt like myself kind of turned off by it. I'm like, something off. It's kind of too woo-woo. It's too like, oh, I'm special because I understand abundance from like this energetic standpoint. And there's something to that, right? It kind of goes to that non-neediness. That's why sometimes people who have money get more of it, I believe, is because they're not attached to it. Some of the people I've worked with, the clients I have, the ones who make the most money, I have a very healthy relationship with money. They're not like pushing it away from them, or they're not like the needy person in the relationship I just talked about, right? They don't need it, and it almost comes to them faster because it's going to come through in your sub-communication and your actual communication. People will see that and feel that from you. But going a little off there. Okay, so it's about the energetics. And so how do we bring energy into our dynamics of abundance? So we want to be like an energetic match for it. So essentially what that means is like, I'll do this thing where I'll ask someone like, okay, would you do X, Y, and Z? Let's say I wanted you to mow my lawn. Let's say I just took some random person. Say, would you mow my lawn for $20? Like, no. Would you mow it for $40? No, right? Would you mow it for $50? No. Would you mow it for $100? Sure. Okay, even sure isn't strong enough energy. Would you mow it for $120, $150? Yes. And you get to the point where like, yes. So that's energetically where you kind of, one is you see like where you like like where you will move, like will get you to like gravitate towards something. And also we have more of a resonance, like energetically with money. And so what you're trying to do is create like a higher resonance with that. And it comes from a lot of how you view yourself, like how worthy you view yourself, how much value you believe you bring to the world in certain situations. And so good exercise you could do is actually to write that out. Like people who are around me, people who are in a relationship with me, whether it's a job, whether it's a intimate relationship, whether it's a friendship, these are the value points and the benefits they get from being in a relationship with me. You get really clear on what those are. Like, these are the things. And you go over that and over that every day. And maybe you add to it. And what that does, it shows you like this deep intrinsic value that you possess and that you carry. And so it makes you a little more confident when you enter into situations, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like I would ask you, like, when someone's in friendship with you, what do they benefit from? Are you funny sometimes? I didn't say like, are you a funny person? Because that's debatable, right? Whether you are or you aren't. But I'm sure you've been funny, so you understand that about yourself. Yeah, I've been funny, right? Or when people are around you, do you like to do cool stuff? Yeah, sure, I like to do cool stuff. Okay, so could they maybe do cooler things and different things with you? Yeah, sure. Do you have other friends you hang out with? Could they maybe meet those people? Yeah, sure. And you see already, you're probably actually feeling that. Like it actually adds to the value of what you possess and what you present to the world. And so you go on this kind of inner journey where you massage out the value that you actually bring to a situation, right? And who you actually are. Because what you're stuck in right now is a dynamic of comparison. Well, I'm not them and I'm not them. Well, guess what? Ain't nobody anybody else. You're uniquely you, and that's the key. And so you have to understand that you are uniquely you. You're a one of a kind. And the more you understand that, the more you can understand the value you bring to a situation. So get really good and deep on what that value is. You massage it out, right? And then think, how can I continue to add value to the world, right? And you look to that frame, like I'm someone who adds value to situations here and this and this and this way. What is that worth? And like, and then you see money is just like just because like this is a good mental frame for it. Just because maybe you have struggles with money doesn't mean somebody else does, right? And so when we're in like financial challenges, we think that that's the way that everybody else views the world from. Well, some people it's not. Some people their challenge is meeting other people. Some people it's having enough time. Some people it's their health, whatever it is. And so you kind of like morph the lens, like, oh, I bring a lot of value and that's worth something. And there's multiple currencies, not just money, right? Good emotions is a currency. Humor is a currency. Wisdom is a currency. All these different ways to bring value to situations. So get really like abundant, right? Stoke up that abundant energy in all these different ways that you add value to the world, society. And then let's say it's a job, right? You understand your value a little bit more and it'll move you up that energetic ladder of abundance, right? Whereas normally maybe in the past you thought my worth is this. But when you get deeper on this internal dialogue that we're talking about, you and I are discussing, then you go up a little bit higher and you go, man, it's actually worth this much. And then do more of it, this much. And then what happens is you get these new data points in life. People will reflect back to you these other valuable things about you, these other valuable attributes about you. And then you go up even higher and higher and higher, and it builds your confidence. But you're building it first from this deep internal level that you're not comparing yourself to other people. It's this deep intrinsic value that you naturally possess. And that is how you move up the energetic ladder of abundance. So one of the ways, right? It's almost like, understand that this is your true nature. Like being abundant is your true nature. And you're not adding to who you are. This is the big, like, till the end of the video, right? This is the big takeaway. But you're not adding to who you are. You're actually subtracting, you're removing things. And so, like, think of a kid, a child. They're not asking the question, am I enough? Do people like me? Do they want to be around me? Is what I said funny? Is what I'm doing cool? They're just in the moment. And that's kind of what you're getting back to. Like they're already in abundance. They're already good the way they are, right? They don't need your validation. They're just doing their thing. And you're kind of getting back to that place, but you do it by understanding that you're uniquely you, you're one of a kind, right? You do bring value to situations. There's multiple ways to deliver value. And it kind of raises this resonance, the way you resonate with things, right? Match with things around money and making more of it. And then you have a natural process that we discussed earlier, right? We have this system that you put into play. We're doing these different things to elevate and create abundance. So you get to choose from abundance. It's like a really powerful thing, right? To be able to choose from abundance. How cool is that? You don't just take what you can get, you actually choose from abundance. So those are the two concepts that move you into that frame, and you get more of that. I hope you found this helpful. Look forward to connecting you in the future. If you haven't already, head over to that website. Check it out. It's in the link description below, or just troyfontana.co. Hop on my newsletter. There's some cool insights. When you do that, I'll send you this free mini course right away about confidence and how to boost your confidence. A lot of what we're talking about here. And then you'll be in the know for future stuff coming up. And also make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. I'm sending you love. Until next time, peace.